Okay, I haven't filmed in a little bit. Look at my crazy ass hair. Anyway, because I think I've been focused on, you know how we all have two lines in our life, like the people that hate us line and the people that love us line. And I think the thing is, I was focusing on the hate me line, like the people who are in that line too much. And I realized it was because that line's too close to me. Like I had both lines kind of like side by side. Sorry about the shaky camera work. But anyway, so I decided to move the hate me line. Like if you want to get in the hate me line, you got to like walk through a forest and then like a swamp with leeches, not alligators. Don't want to hurt anybody. But leeches, and then you have to walk through like kind of a sandstorm to get in that line. And then the love me line, on my love me line, which is close by, is like chazzes and like a guy bringing you cocktails and some, apps, some appetizers. That's the love me line. So anyway, I was focusing on the hate me line so much, like I wasn't feeling creative. And also, I'm like stuck on like this getting older thing, which sucks. And I realized that, I need to develop an alternative universe. And in my alternative universe, or maybe I could do this in my universe right now, but I don't know if I have the money for it. But I think any woman going through perimenopause or menopause should have like like in Downton Abbey, how all the very wealthy women have like a lady in waiting kind of thing, that like she takes your clothes off for you, she dresses you, and you like never care, like getting naked in front of them. Or so I thought, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and then like in the morning, they bring you breakfast in bed, they probably take care of your kids' lunches for you. But this is more of like towards the empty nest syndrome thing. But even if you're going through an early perimenopause, menopause, I think every woman should have one of these, because sometimes you're so fucking exhausted, you can't even like fathom getting undressed for bed and brushing your teeth. Like that's how overwhelmed you feel. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to create this society, not society, like a kind of a community living thing, because I've been trying to figure out the doing the community theater, but I can't do it, I just can't figure it out. So I thought it would be great to have these communities where like after your kids go to college, we all move to these like communities where not like a retirement community, but maybe sort of like the men can still work, but like groovy contemporary houses in like a grouping with like a clubhouse in the middle. So like the clubhouse, like we'd have, let's start with the houses actually. The houses, like you could have people bring you meals, or you could cook, there's no rule to it, but there's the opportunity to have people bring you food to your house. And then we'd have our clubhouse, and we'd always have a piano player like noon after, because like sometimes we feel like singing in the middle of the day, or I do, and that's where we can do our plays. And like you don't have to live there to be in the plays, so you young folk who want to be Danny in Greece, like you come, and you might, your Sandy might be 37 years older than you, but that's okay, who cares, and everyone would get a part. And this clubhouse would be like, we'd have like rules. You couldn't be like an asshole, and you'd have to go in front of a tribunal if you're like just a dick. Like go to someone's house and talk behind their back, but just like don't be mean in public. You're not allowed to be mean in public. You have to like be sweet and great in public. And then I'd like to call it, this is my title for it, because I don't want to move to Shady Acres or whatever they're called. I want it to be called Fuck Yeah. Or we can spell it with like a Japanese spelling, like Fukya, Fukya. But I want these communities to be called Fuck Yeah. And if you would like to come and live with me in one, like once our kids are out of the house and shit, let me know. Like, can I get a fuck yeah?